All right. We're here with more historic Pauper, the greatest format of all time. Um, I'm actually doing the madness thing, which I really wanted to do, but I couldn't really find a shell for it. But this seems really neat, where you have faithless looting, faithless salvaging, bitter reunion, and blood tokens from like Vampire's Kiss to enable madness for fiery temper, uh, alms of the vein, and this weird terminate and getting two zombies. This feels really cool. You can do these at instant speed too, right? Like you can discard this at any time and make the zombies. So you can use them as like surprise blockers and stuff. If you do have instant speed draw discard, which you do with blood tokens and faithless salvaging. And it's a bunch of instants and sorceries, so you play Serpentine Curve to make a giant fractal token. They Bajuka bogged me. Oh, why are you playing Bajuka Bog? And you can give it haste with your Bitter Reunion. So you fill your graveyard with a bunch of spells, you make a giant token, and sometimes it has haste. If it's not, this isn't creature dense, so if your opponent is chock full of removal and you only have like 4 threats in your deck, well, but for now we're going to try that. Also, I have a Modern Age in here. It's just another draw discard. Leaves behind a body. You could run the Scrap Heap Scoundrel thing. That's a 2/1 draw discard when it enters, and then it has Unearth, so you can do it again. This just has it happen twice, and it leaves behind a flyer. I think this is slightly better. You get the draw discard 2 times, just like the other one, but this leaves behind a creature, and it doesn't, like, die if it had Unearth. No sideboard, and best of 1. And yeah, that's all I've got for it. Let's see how we do. Like, comment, subscribe. Here we go. All right, yeah. All right, so we took out the 2-minute draw 2 enchantment, some removal and other stuff to make room for Tolarian Terror, which is probably really good. Who knows? And I like this hand. Oh boy, I like it, but it doesn't have any looting effects or anything. I'm going to play it greedy. I'm going to keep this, see what happens. Let's see what happens if we just play a hand that is not particularly strong. I have a removal spell, at least. Alright, looks like the same thing again, maybe? And can I afford to play a... No, I don't think I have to play a tap land right now. I would just want to hit the stupid unicorn. Oh, wow, they actually have the unicorn. Okay. Opponent's curving out. Opponent's doing their thing. Alright. That's good for next turn, because I can discard something like this. Interestingly enough, this is like a really bad card to see. Oh, Healer's Hawk. Cool. Cool. I like that. Flyers are really annoying, though. Okay, let's play you. Do I play that first? Let's see what I draw. Okay, so I can get rid of a land. I guess it can be a blue source, right? Yeah. I don't really ever cast 2 blue sources in the same turn, so... When this dies, make a... Okay, cool. How much is this? So I can't do this right now. I need another land. Well, that's not cool. Making a 4/4 isn't bad here. I do need to stem the bleeding, and I do need to do something right now. Yeah, let's just make a 4/4. It just blocks the board. I could have played Tolarian Terror there instead, right? Maybe? I don't know. I think this is fine. Honestly, I expect a removals. Yep. No matter what I played, I kind of expected removal anyways. So I can discount these by 2 right now. But that means I won't get the zombies, so I'm gonna just cast this. Oh, it exiled. Never mind. Discounted them by 1. Alright, no more ground attack. Never mind. My opponent is all in. Actually, you know what? Maybe I block like that. Okay, sure. That only kills 1 zombie. I don't want to cast that. I don't want to cast that. Let's play double Tolarian Terror. I would like to kill their flyer. It's like a weak... It's kind of a weak card right now, but I think it's a good idea to do that. And I guess I'll get rid of... Actually, we can get rid of a land here. Yeah, the flyer is a problem. I can keep the board completely gummed up, though, so... Maybe I should have waited a turn for attacking, because if they top deck a removal spell, I lose half my life. Sure. I think that's the most I should expect out of a zombie token anyways. Man, these Tolarian Terrors are pretty good. It's pretty satisfying. What? Sacrifice, Spellbomb, target creature you control gains. Oh, they can give something flying. That's kind of sketchy. Oh, they're just doing it now? Oh, they messed up. It's only a sorcery. They messed up. Whoops. Yeah, they said oops. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Oh well. Gotta learn somehow. Sometimes it's just gotta be the painful way. Alright, let's get rid of you and you. I can just send this face. Maybe I just kill the token. It's technically more damage if they block with the token, and I just swing for 5 instead, right? Yep. Alright, swing. I would cycle the spell bomb anyways. I don't think I would actually just send, like, 4 additional damage. Especially when my board looks like this, and they're not really killing me, right? Unless you have repeated flying damage, I don't really care if I take another 2 or 3. This like doesn't matter. Oh, it always draws. It always draws. Never mind. Never mind. All right, makes sense then. Makes sense. Okay. This doesn't fly forever, though. It falls back to the ground. Okay, so... let's look for something. That's something. They have to block one of these. And I will make it so they have to block with the thing that always dies to combat. So now they have to block, and then they're just in top deck mode. But I don't really think there's anything they can draw to get out of this. All right. Nice. think a second red source is ideal here. Thrill of Possibility. Okay. Could definitely put it in my deck. I don't really know what I'd take out for it, though. Maybe one of the sorcery speed draw discards instead? Just run that instead. I don't know. Is that something I want to do? I don't think so. Faithless Salvaging is kind of similar. It just triggers twice. Okay, opponent drew and discarded the same thing twice. Don't know what this is. This might actually be the no creatures devious cover-up spam deck. Looks like that might be what it is. I think it is, yeah. This is a really bad matchup, I think. Assuming that is in fact what this is. And I think it is, so. It has nothing but counter magic. And it loops its graveyard over and over. Maybe I'm wrong. Appears to be no counter magic currently. Oh, did it happen again? Did it actually just... I think it just happened again. I think it tapped both my red sources. Alright, well that's something to look out for. That's kind of unbelievable that the game does that. I guess the card goes away, so the game doesn't think you have something you can cast. I really don't know why it's doing that. It's really, really bad. Alright, looks like they have a bounce spell. Because I finally played a permanent and they can actually... They're holding priority for some reason. Yeah, it looks like they have some sort of bounce spell. As opposed to actual counter magic. Alright, these are 4 drops. I can't reasonably make them cheaper. Let's just run one out. Alright, looks like Essence Scatter. Probably. Try to give it haste. I don't think the Bitter Reunion's ever going to go back to my hand, so... Could still have an Essence Scatter. Let's actually do this. Get rid of one of these salvagings. Alright. Double Frostbite. Okay. That does cost 6 mana. They might be running Bitter Reunion Serpentine Curve themselves, which is kind of scary. I almost want to not get rid of my removal spell just in case, but don't think that's a good way to play. Don't think that's getting me anywhere. Nothing in my hand is worthy of discarding except this, so that's what I'll do. Alright. Can you do it again? No. How many instant sorceries they have? They have 8 in their graveyard. Alright. Let's swing. They have a ton of answers for the tokens, so it's not even like these are really good. They have a lot of cards that deal with these big tokens. So I cannot imagine they're very strong. But I suppose I will continue to play them. Or begin to play them. There's a lot of unsummons, though. Sure. The old mono red cantrip. Alright, I have lethal in play. I can present Giga Lethal. Suppose I will. Well, they haven't scooped, so they have something here. But hopefully we eventually get through. Oh, alright. Looks like that actually worked out. Interesting deck. I feel like it's probably the way to go, right? My opponent is aware that, like, an army of counter magic, while it would be good against me specifically, isn't really strong against the majority of decks. You would much prefer to have removal and, I guess, card or creature bounce. This is a little weird because, like, there are some enter the battlefield effects. There's actually quite a bit. But to be fair, I don't know the payoff. There's something in my opponent's deck I just didn't get to see. This is a deck, because it's running Thrill of Possibility, that could be running Serpentine Curve and Bitter Reunion. It would make a lot of sense. But I don't know how they stabilize. Like, any go-wide strategy, it seems really difficult. I don't know, but they're doing it. They're making it, trying to make it work. I haven't seen anything like this before. I'm just happy that it was, in fact, counter magic instead. Actually, we saw Opt, and we did not see Consider. Consider would make Serpentine Curve better, right? Because you put stuff in your own graveyard. We also didn't even see Tolarian Terrors. Maybe my opponent didn't have it on their radar, and they will now add it to their deck. It's certainly, like, if your deck is doing this, you just play 1 mana 5/5s. Interesting. Interesting. Alright, so we took out some draw, discard, and feed the swarm for Bone Shards and Underworld Charger. So I can trigger Madness a bit cheaper here, have more removal, and also have like another threat that actually recurs itself. Only going to try 2 because I don't want to eat all my spells for the Serpentine Curve. I think that's good. Okay. I have this, I guess. Green-white. Green-white. Okay. I will match your life gain. Oh, 5 color. 5 color. You got it. Or maybe. Who knows? Alright, not 5 color. I would like to kill that. I guess I don't have to now. Nah, I mean, I'm going to do this. Let's get rid of you, and I don't think I need another... Actually, let's get rid of the land that doesn't give me life. Let's just do that. Oh, I misclicked. Dude, I misclicked. I got rid of my... I misclicked, I'm sorry. I got rid of... Yeah, I wanted to keep the salvaging and obviously terminate. Whoops. Not the end of the world, but obviously a mistake. I have 1 more land instead of a spell in my hand. Actually, it is kind of a bad thing, because now I'm just like full retailing. Yep. Talking about butterfly effects, huh? That was like one of the worst things I could have done. It's alright. We just take it on the chin and move on. Alright, we lose our Faithless Looting. That's fine. Surprised I haven't seen this card. Oh! They did not take my Faithless Looting. Okay. But yeah, I'm surprised I don't see this card more. Seems really, 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 really solid. Probably wanted to get rid of my Faithless Looting there. 2 lands? I like my whole hand. Sure. Yep. That is A-okay with me. Okay, cool, cool. That's a thing you can do, yep. Let's Get rid of Terminal Agony, and I really like the rest of my hand, like a lot. I guess this is the weakest removal. No, actually Strangle is the weakest removal. Yeah, that's fair. I wonder what this Foretell card is. I am very curious. Don't you edict me. Don't you do it. If you're going to kill it, you better do it the honest way. Also, my opponent's deck is 64, 70 cards or something. No. Wait, no. They did it. They did fold retail kill it. All right, I can't complain. So this is a 7/7 and I have nothing else to do? Well, yeah, fine. Might as well play something bigly before I start like unleashing my own graveyard, escaping my own graveyard, excuse me. Okay. They put counters on these when they... Alright, so we get to do the old double removal here. Discard a card. Kill that one. Kill the other one. Oh, that is very satisfying. Yep. Opponent agrees. Opponent agrees. They saw that like, dang, that's satisfying, huh? I really wish I knew what this was. I have no idea. It could be that wolf, but I think they would have cast it by now. So I'm not sure. Yeah, alright. There's not much merit in that when it doesn't stick around. Like studying the whole meta. Like, oh, look at all the commons in the game to min-max your deck. It's like, well, there's no reason. You can't play it. Like, you can only play it for like 2.5, 3 days. Every what, 5 weeks, maybe even longer than that. I don't remember the last time we had the Pauper event. The Artisan event was around 2, which I do also like a lot. I like both of those things. All right, let's get rid of salvaging. No black mana, but that's fine. All right, mana woes unwoed. Discard a card. It gains lifelink. Threshold, do stuff. Alright, so they can discard their whole hand instantly. Would be surprised to see that, but it is certainly on the table. I will do nothing. Oh, oh. Manually tapping. Ooh, I like this swamp. It's a cool swamp. Oh, they have madness. Opponent's got madness. The value. It's just a measly small haste threat, though. Alright, so double removal. Suppose I'll use the, suppose I'll use this one, because the Agony might need to kill something larger than 3 toughness. And I will play my land, and I will not Faithless Looting. Sure. It can loot every time it attacks, so I'd rather it not do that. I think I can get rid of a bone shard. Wait, no, I don't have to. I can just do this. I don't have to. Alright. Keep the threats coming. This triggers at any time, which is really neat. I like that. That's really cool. They can just madness whenever they want. That's really cool. I'm actually going to play the land. I want as much mana as possible, like, untapped when I cast this. So I can, like, cast the madness spell. And I'm under no threat. Pressure. Oh, my opponent learned their lesson. They actually want to do it this way. You got it. This cannot block. I think it's kind of free to just discard it here. I feel like it is. I mean, I can just do this first, actually. Probably makes more sense. Alright, let's get rid of you and... Shards? Sure. And then I get rid of my horsey. I want to just keep the board clear. So I have a 7/7. I have this. Or excuse me, I have an 8/8. There's a third one. The fact that they're thinking about it means they might not have a madness card. Yep, looks like that is the case. This flips into a 3/3. Whenever it attacks, lose life, you gain a life. Alright, so always playing this and then just passing. Please don't have removal. Gah. Yeah, that's probably game. Because this can't block. I like this, though. This is like actual madness that's not just doing it in like a slow controlling fashion. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Alright, I like this. Oh, back to the black-white decks. Alright. Alright. I've come slightly more prepared this time, though. And by slightly, I mean significantly. So that's just a gain 1 life a turn card. And I am interested in using my mana every turn. So, pew. Yeah, no innovation. Innovation is just incredibly difficult. It's just a hard thing to do. It's very, very hard and time consuming. So like your best bet, like when I'm playing Diablo 4, right? I'm playing the crap out of that game. My best bet is to like eventually if it's overwhelming and there's like don't want to take the time, just find a build. And you never know what you're missing, right? You don't know what you don't know what you don't know. Or if there's something about the game or that you just had no idea existed, right? You just didn't know. You looked up a content creator's content and saw that it existed. And you're like, oh, cool. I see. I'm now aware of X, Y, and Z. All right, I'm always killing this here. I think, yep. And get rid of faithless looting. Yeah, that's fine. It does not feel bad to discard looting, which is really cool. I like that. Also lets me cast terror here. I would play every common in this game. I would try every single common in Historic Pauper if it was around forever. Oh, I would be the guy to just plays every single thing. All right, so what the heck does that do? Creature has 0 power and has at the beginning, unless you sack it. What? 0 base power. Enchant creature has base power 0 and has at the beginning of your... Okay. I guess I'm getting rid of it, right? There's no reason. That's cool. That's a 2-mana removal spell that I was not on my radar. See? Look at that. Learning. Look at that. Alright, let's play a 6/6. Markov Baron's Madness, be able to put Lord instant speed. Yeah. I think that's what I just played against, actually. I just didn't see all that nonsense. I just saw, like, straightforward Madness, black, red beatdown. There was no cheese other than the... What is it? Like the Putrid Imp, right? The Putrid Imp of the format, where you can one with nothing yourself. Ooh. Ooh, talk about synergy. Talk about wombo combo. Look at this. Oh, I found a land. Kind of lame. That's fine, though. So I'll hold on to the land so I can salvage it. Because the, what's it called? Faithless Salvaging happens in your upkeep. I need a card in my hand to do it because it can't take the card you draw for the turn. That is not how Rebound works. Oh no! I lose like up to 7 life in the game because I don't have many creatures. Alright, your land. Guess we're spinning our wheels again. Oh, you're talking about Explorer. I see. I see. So, yeah, I guess I'll just pass. Make it 10-10 next turn. So far, this seems to be the most prolific deck I've played against. Courier Bat. That's annoying. Again, no need to play my land. At least I'm in a spot where, like, they're under serious pressure and they can almost block the 6/6, but not quite. Let's hope there's not another creature here. There is not. I guess I'll do this pre-combat. I think that makes sense. Turn these lands into spells. Well, not really. Alright, get rid of you and you. Play you and swing. So this is lethal. They have to at least chump block, but that's pretty easy for them. Whoa. Oh no! They didn't double block. What? What's happening? They wanted to keep the Soul Wardens around instead of the... I don't understand. No, you needed to kill the 6/6. The second Soul Warden for the Epicure is not worth it. You needed to kill the 6/6 there. That was a mistake. What? 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 Is Spartan me? Was that game over for them? Did they feel like there was nothing they could do? Like, they block, and then they just, like, take 10 because this would be dead. And then they have a 4/4 and a 1/1, and I unleash. This triggers. I don't know. I think there was game to be played, and they're just like, nah. Kind of slow, but I'm on the draw. Maybe it's too slow. No, you know, I'm going to keep it. Oh, no, red. Didn't want to see red. No, I don't want to see that. Yeah, 14 in the face. Yeah, it's pretty solid. Pretty solid. Pretty solide. Okay, so I'm going to immediately kill that. Never mind, I lied. I lie. I do that a lot. I did not have a black source. I guess I should have thought about that in hindsight, but it's an easy discard too with the charger. Oh well. Oh, okay. Well, I guess that actually just all worked out nicely. I can just do this instead, right? Lead with this first? Maybe I hit something? No. Alright, so get rid of you and a salvaging, I think. Yeah, I don't want to get rid of my own lands. Let's do this. I mean, if they throw a burn spell at my face, I am not upset. That is A-okay with me. You got it. So a 4/4 is almost big enough to just... Yeah, okay. It's like, a 4/4 is probably big enough to never die against them, but... Yeah, this seems like a really good matchup. I have quite a bit of life gain. I think it's like 8 life worth in all of the lands collectively in my deck, or is it 12? I think it's 12, actually, yeah, so... Set myself up to do as such. Well, I kept this hand without even looking at it. I just saw spells and lands. It's actually, it's all right. I think I would have kept this. Yeah, I'd keep this. Never punished. All right, so mono blue. Yep. What does that do? It is not a ninjutsu card, but it triggers ninjutsu, so it must die. I must murder it. Or no, strangle it. I must literally strangle it. That... What? Okay, sure. Faithless Salvaging Mountain. Oh boy. Hand's starting to look kind of sus. I'll probably get... I don't want to get rid of a terror, but I might. Actually, I should just get rid of the Serpentine Curve, actually. I think that's a better prospect. It makes these cheaper. This is not in my graveyard currently, but it will be, so these will be 2 cheaper, not just 1. Opponent gets rid of Planar Incision. Okay, cool. Oh, I drew another one anyways. I guess I'll cast it? Yeah, fine. Just a casual 4/4. They get rid of Consider. What? That doesn't feel... That does not feel good for me. Okay. So, Tolarian Terrors for days. My opponent accidentally swung with a 1/1. Wasn't doing much anyways, but misplay is a misplay, I suppose. Guess I'll kill this one if there's some sort of way to blank over and over. Run this out, and I am not bone sharding. Alright, so double terror next turn. And we're saucing them with the 5/5s. I love Tolarian Terror. This is cool. Oh, there's black in their deck. Okay. Sure. Sure. I think this is the first... No, this is the second turn where they could trigger it. Ninjutsu. Whoops. Opponent does not know how ward works. I think that's the first time that has actually happened. Wow. That feels bad. That feels really bad. I mean, it wasn't even a big deal if it resolved anyways, but I've never seen ward actually counter something. Oh, feels bad. There you go. Deal with this. 19 points of power in play. Your turn. That's a lot of text. Domain, but they only have blue sources. This isn't a swamp. If you're going to play this card, you should probably play like the snowlands that are dual land. Yeah, a little bit of a suboptimal thing there. Well, we can say Ward triggered twice and countered 2 things this game. One of them is holistically irrelevant, but still did it nonetheless. Well, that's paradise. Quad Tolarian Terror. Well, if you're going to block like this, you probably block the 5/5. Take 1 less damage. Doesn't really matter, but, you know. Just play pattern, I suppose. Good play habits. Play hygiene, etiquette, whatever the term. Always play tight when you can. Maybe my opponent's going to mill 45 right now. I don't know. Dude, Ward triggered 3 times this game? What? Ward triggered 3 times. I mean, I had 4 Tolarian Terrors. That's so funny. Ooh, that's a cool art. Very Rakdos-y. You... Do I want to leave up anything? I don't think so. I think I can afford to do this. I'd be very surprised. Okay, I was going to say, very surprised if they went 3 turns without doing anything at all. I cannot be convinced to kill this. It is kind of scary, though. It one-shots all my threats, and I assume they have a bajillion prey upon effects. That's also kind of annoying. Let's get rid of... Oh, wait, no. Oh, look at that. Cool. I'm killing a 1/1 with it, but sure. I think I'll kill the Gardener. They can use it for mana now, but I'll just kill the Gardener. It's obviously actually doing something. The Beetle is not doing anything at all. This has Death Touch and taps for mana. There's no, like, Ephemerate in my opponent's deck or anything. Alright, so I think I will actually... do I want to play this as a 3/3? I think I will. I'm kind of ways away from actually escaping it. And just putting it into play is fine. And if my opponent kills it, then I went to the graveyard anyways. That's an instant, huh? Rip Divination. I don't think there's a reason to make a move. I'll just play a land? Do I even want to play a land? Okay, so the reason I didn't want to kill the Beetle, or thought about it, was because they might reanimate, but now that they're both dead, it doesn't matter. I guess the Beetle coming back isn't even a big deal anyways, because half my deck gets cast when I discard it. Sure. It is a Feigned Death. Would you like to keep that? So they have a pseudo Ephemerate. They do want to keep that. Okay. I assume they also want to block. Enters the battlefield mill 3. Okay, never mind. It is now gone. And it gets a counter for every what now? Nothing? Alright, so I'm going to Agony their 3/3. And I will Salvaging a land. And sauce them for 3. I have a ton of removal. Salvaging is like an instant Faithless Looting, so I don't really want to play Magic on my own turn. Alright, they found a way to put a poison counter on me, but I don't imagine that's how I'm going to die this game. It's more just a divination. That's annoying. A lot of Death Touch in this deck. I like my opponent's deck so far. Almost every card they've played I have not seen before. I could just double removal here. This is Exile, so Feigned Death doesn't work. Yeah, let's just double removal. Alright, I think if this resolves, it is actually a Feigned Death. Yeah, I think they have Feigned Death in their hand. Let's see. No, it could be anything. It's priority on my turn as well. I don't know. It's a little sketchy to Faithless Salvaging right now, so I'll just looting instead. Because if I hit something I don't want to get rid of, it's just not great. Alright, get rid of some lands. And pass. Ooh, 5 mana, but it's got 3 toughness. Ooh, hate to see it. Hate to see it. So there probably is Feign Death, and they can get this back, but I think that's fine. In fact, I get like essentially a free trade right now. I can unleash this. They block, and it comes back as a 6/4. I can kill it again as well, actually. Oh, big play. All right, sure. That, yeah. I guess that makes it a little bit easier. Still just dies. I don't have 5 mana. Let's Faithless Looting. You and Bone Shard, I think. Yep. Gonna keep as many resources as possible. I don't think I need more mana. Get rid of some lands. Gonna keep the land in hand. What does this do? Destroy a creature with flying, and then it's a 2/5 reach. That's a really cool card. What does this do? Sack it, proliferate. Alright, a little bit weaker. Not sure why my opponent just sacrificed it. Oh, they're gonna give me a poison counter? Okay. I still don't imagine that's how I die this game, but who knows? That would be very surprising if they chained 8 more poison counters from one card staring down a lethal threat. I think it's time I fired one of these off. Well, that's unfortunate. But I can't play it because I want to salvaging it again. Owlbear, you got it. Alright, so they have good blocks. Does this any player? No. Okay, I was going to say, if I have 3 poison counters, does that work? But no, it doesn't work that way. Unfortunate. Man, just looting these lands away. Feels good, though. So I trade with one of these, or I can kill one now. Yeah, I think that makes sense. Let's kill one now, so they don't have an ideal, like, favorable block, right? And swing. They have to block it, and now they have to find something. No dice. Looks like it was a land in hand. My opponent drew 10 lands, but they seen half their deck, actually. That makes sense, right? That math. How many lands did we see? 1, 2, wait, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, we actually saw more lands than our opponent. Wow. 3 minutes. This might be the last game. Oh, this might be the last game. Red, green. Maybe Ponza? Land destruction? Ooh, what does this do? Oh, that's really intense. Okay, that is a very intense sleeve. When it blocks, it gets plus... Oh, that's a really cool card. I like that a lot. It's good against the mono blue nonsense. Or, yeah, the mono blue reach and flying ninja stuff. This is really cool. I like that. It's like a deadly recluse, but like super deadly. Experimental synthesizer. Unfortunately, not very good in my deck. But it is just kind of like a divination. It's like a slow divination. It's not the scariest thing, honestly. Alright. Land. And pass? Yeah, no reason to do anything. If they play a second creature, I can essentially draw 2 with this Faithless Looting. It's making me nervous. It might actually be land destruction. Though the spider against the mono bleed deck, like blowing up islands in the ninjutsu deck is not good. Unearth. Okay. So that is fine. Let's get rid of land. And I made a mistake. I did not play my mountain first. I don't have a red source. This is like the 8th time I've done this. So I'll get rid of you. Now let's get rid of another land. Let's do this. Yeah, that's my bad. Whoops. It's actually a colossal mistake. Yeah, that's the 2nd time I've done that, dude. That's just so bad. I really need to stop doing that. I just went down a card for no reason. At least red-green can't kill a giant fractal token easily. And this isn't... this is just a lava axe now. Like, it hits me once and it's like, alright, sure. They already played their land, so I don't really like this play. But okay. Of course, they don't hit a land. In fact, they hit the perfect card. Exactly the mana remaining. Alright, so let's get rid of their 3-2. I'm still above 20. Okay, I didn't want to see a second one of those, but I mean, I have this, right? Sure, another spider. You got it. Let's get rid of the charger. I'm not playing it as a 3-3. That's rather very unlikely. Sure. You and you. Alright, so next turn I can make a 9-9. These unearths, though, they are going to start hitting me for 5, or at least the first one will. Or not. I just want to play a 6-5, that's fair. Gain a bunch of life. Neato. Alright, so I do this, discard Fiery Temper, hitting the Samurai. And I hold on to my land, probably forever. Don't really need more mana. Alright, I have at least 3 lands in my deck, or graveyard, to escape without messing up my spell count. It's the last game of Pauper. Come on, there you go. I can't really attack. Not really. Not really. I can repeatedly attack with this 5-5, though. But yeah, if they unleash, it could be a problem. I think I will actually play one of these lands. I think that's fine. Yeah, if I swing and then they swing with this and this, I mean, I can't block with the 5-5, so I would just take a quadrillion damage. Oh my goodness. Problems are amounting. Never mind. Problems undone. Unamounted. This trades with the spiders, which really sucks, but... Or is it only creatures with flying? It might only be flyers that makes it larger. Yeah, alright, never mind. Okay, so is there any merit to doing this first? This would come... No, let's just do this and not Faithless Looting. I think that's better. My opponent has so much life, I don't... Like, they can just take 11 twice. I don't see a merit in attacking when it lets the lava axes go through. If you can block a lava axe, you probably should. Yep, opponent agrees. All right, close game. I think it was getting sketchy there, but with the two massive threats, it's just hard for them to get through. Right? They unleash one, and then like they swing with it. I take the 5. I block. These die. Yeah, like I said, red green probably can't deal with massive things. So, GG. Cool deck though. So this deck was really cool, and I think this is a really good iteration of it. I'd have to explore a little bit more. Like, I saw some other things Madness related that seemed good as well, and seemed decent. Like there's a 2-mana 2/1 that you can discard a card to at any time, and that would just trigger Madness whenever you want, which is neat. It's also a 2/1 threat. I think it gets lifelink when you discard a card to it, so if you're against burn all the time, you can gain some life, but they didn't kill your 2/1 somehow. The bone shards were really good. I liked them a lot. The land count felt fine. There's like a lot of draw discard, and you don't need more than 4 mana, really, right? Not really. You have like Serpentine on 4, and that's about it. I even messed up some of my Madness discarding, and I really wasn't punished. If there was maybe one more threat, one more like Gurmag, Angler, Tolarian Terror, Curve style threat, this would be really nice. But I don't know what it could be. I'd have to look around more. I'm sure there might be something. I did like the Chargers. These are neat. I like how it kind of forces you to attack. I can't use it to block, so it's like just this clock that's also a 5/5, right? I discard enough lands where it doesn't really mess up these, right? I can just loot away lands and then escape the lands, and I'm just happy every time I do that. So, yeah, this felt good. I don't know if it was stronger than the deck I played yesterday or whenever it was. I think it was yesterday. I think this one might be a bit weaker, which is unfortunate. It had slightly worse win rate. I should say I actually lost games with this, as opposed to I didn't lose anything with with the skeleton deck, right? But I don't know. I think there's more play here. There's more this deck can do, and I don't know the best iteration of it. You might even want to take out some of the draw discard, like one salvaging. It seemed I was kind of drowning in that effect. So maybe taking some of those out for something else. I don't really know what, but there isn't that much Madness left. These they're still fine, right? I can still discard this or a land. It's not like you always have to hit a Madness spell, but having more than 8 is probably a good idea if that's what we're doing with this much draw discard. But it did well. It did well. You went with Orzhov Sacrifice. Yeah, that was that's a deck you could play as well. Orzhov Life Loss Gain Life Steely seemed to be the thing. It was all over the place, but now that it's over, we'll never know what was the best deck until, this comes back. I'm gonna send a tweet to Wizards to make this format permanent, because it's just so much unexplored potential, and I would love to get in and make a ton of content for it. Oh, maybe I should just play Pauper against established like historic decks and lose every game, but at least I'm playing Pauper. At least I'm doing what I want. But enough ranting. Let me know what you thought about this list. Go into my YouTube comments. Let me know what you played in the Pauper event. Let me know what you like ideas for this shell might be on your radar. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.